Alright, welcome back to the Golden Gift Qualifier number 1. So big thanks to MetaPlays for hosting the tournament, so check it out on their website. We've got NoAtlantis versus IamRevan, with Atlantis picking Kronos, who's in the red trunks, Revan, and blue trunks. It's Poseidon. So Revan has gone the granary on his first hunt, but he's got the lure here for his later hunts, so he'll be drawing in food with that. Kronos player going to be able to shift buildings around the map. Poseidon player, his buildings, when they're destroyed, they're going to create militia units based off what sort of building it is, or the number of them based off what sort of building it is, sorry. Both our players have got pretty cool building unique mechanics for their major gods.
Έτοιμος.
So Revan's villages are actually quite split up across his caribou here. He's killing them faster, and they're ticking down more food because of this, but at the same time he's actually gathering from them more efficiently. Like, he's going to get less out of the actual hunt, but he's going to get it faster because there's less villager like bumping time, not having to actually delay and wander around as well. The paging and the time bumping and locked up, both of those really diminished. So when he moves over to this hunt, he'll probably look at doing the same thing where he kills probably 3 out of 4 or 2 out of 4 of these things at once. Oh no, never mind. Well, once he finishes this one. Don't prove me wrong now. A really safe temple position right at the very back there. Sort of cool how there's like levels of the earth there. I don't think the earlier games really featured that at the edge. It just sort of was like just a boring ass drop off. That's that. Got a cool little AOM feature. Look at that. Layers the earth. So, Revan going to Hermes. So, gonna have access to the Centaur and to Ceasefire. Gonna give him great map presence if he can afford to get a couple of them out before NoAtlantis manages to harass him. But Atlantis is actually shifting a temple over to defend his own hunt. So it also puts it a little bit closer to his opponent to actually harass with as well. But I guess the main thing is to try and ward off these bloody Centaur. Because Centaur, coupled with the Greek early heroes, very hard to try and stop them. Theseus and first Centaur. Atlantis going Prometheus, so Promethean and Valor. Access to cheaper hero upgrades. Well, that would be a barracks, well, sorry, a counter barracks and military barracks finishing up for Atlantis. And stables coming out soon for Revan. I'm gonna attempt to harass. Nice garrison there from Atlantis.
Go, boss.
Yeah, attempt to attack again. Bearing in mind there is now a hero oracle. You can nearly catch the Centaur. Revan, I think might have sort of overstayed there. Took a little bit of damage. But it's saying that because he's moving forward up here, trying to. Sorry. I mean, he's being pushed up here by Atlantis, who's actually pinched one of his production buildings. He's having to place another one of those. That might excuse why he tanked a bit of extra damage there on the Centaur.
Burek.
He's having to retreat because No is putting a lot of damage down. He wants to try and take the range out. He's cancelled the stables. Forced Revan to have to build another one. Could be a nice surround here on Theseus, but at the same time, you don't want the Prometheans involved in the surround. So you'll just cut through them. Hot knife through butter. So they're focusing down the range. It's not good for Revan. Revan having to use his ceasefire pretty early on here. Atlantis actually just going to start shifting in his sentry towers on one of them. He'll be taking the upgrade on it, I'm sure.
Yep, Joes. Burek.
Term are going to be able to harass the hunt over here. He's now seen the granaries there, so NoAtlantis will be able to attack those villages. It's going to be tough here for Revan. He's going to have to try and defend. Be careful to evacuate here. Sentry tower's been shifted in, but there's no tower upgrade, so I don't know why this has been. That's a Terma. Not sure what's happened to it in the end. It's just coming to join the fight because I actually ended up harassing all these villagers down. There we go, so watchtower upgrade for NoAtlantis. Start focusing down the enemy tower rather than enemy units at this point. Well, Terma now heading across to try and punish the hunt, but he'll be a little bit late. Probably should have just had that single Terma that was over here come and harass it, because he did see the granary. We're even going to be able to get a few Terma here, because the Hippocons do great damage against those, but the Mamilo counter to the Hippocons. So it'll be Hippocon Toxotes, mostly Toxotes, with 3 rangers coming out here for Revan. A lot of gold in the bank here for Atlantis, but he doesn't really have a lot of food or wood at the moment. Well, Revan struggling for gold, but otherwise his eco is looking pretty square up. He needs to get on a source of gold here. Possibly back on this gold mine. He was on this one over here and Atlantis has caught him, so back to the drawing board. Oh, a mana being quick move there to slow down the villagers, eh? Another one of those gonna fall because of that. Very crafty stuff by Atlantis. Or even really having to defend. Maybe last reserve at the moment. Pushed off the gold once again, and now he's back over on this left side gold mine. Going to be able to push back onto his starting gold mine, but at the same time, gold mine over here on that left side will be under a bit of threat because Atlantis is going to come past. Probably focus on the villagers over the army. It's both players still fairly light on for town centers, but Revan has managed to squeeze in his second one. Atlantis still big gold bank for him. This army does get cleaned up. Revan holds on. Militia always useful. Nice little free spearman that you get. They're not free. I mean, you got to lose buildings to have the militia, but it isn't a boon to the Poseidon's army. So, Atlantis intercepting Revan's little harassing force here after losing another citizen. He's gonna probably get a couple of human units for his troubles. A bit of multi-pronged harass here from Revan with a single tox over here, almost getting a citizen. These citizens pretty safe. Well, a lone Hippocon tries assaulting the citizens there. Not too successful all round, but came close to picking off one of the citizens. So good awareness by Revan to clean it all up. gonna have to be careful to not lose these centaur now. So Atlantis attempting to hit the gold mine, but Revan is elsewhere at the moment in terms of gold gatherers. This is an impressive army here for NoAtlantis, so Revan having to back off at the same time. Ooh, I was going to say he was doing alright up here, but there are Toma here, so Tox have to get out. Meanwhile, a few idle villagers being picked off here. Even risky to be gathering the gold up here. So Atlantis forcing Revan into more fights that he doesn't really want to be taking at the moment. Atlantis is banking 2k gold at the moment though, like, unreal how much gold he's got. Surely Atlantis would prefer to have that gold as wooden food at the moment, or some of it as wooden food, so we get another town centre or take heroic age here, because Revan's now taking a nice fight against him. And it's enough range he can just sort of face tank the Toma shots and come out ahead anyway there.
Skopos.
Milo joining the fight here. Distance gathering. A couple of gold gatherers there for Revan. Toma going to try and get straight on top of the Toxotes once again. Another nice little raid here by Atlantis. Revan's managed to clean it up with the Toxotes. Does have a handful of Hippocons there as well. You know, forcing the Milo production from Atlantis, which Tox are good against. Bit of a brawl here at the gold mine. So Atlantis has gone up to 2 town centres in the meanwhile. Bearing in mind Revan's been on 2 for a little while here, and Atlantis has been banking quite a substantial amount of gold most of this game, so we'll be locking up his food eco a little bit. Doing so, like, look, he's struggling to maintain the food he needs to keep producing the Mamilo, but he's got so much gold in the bank. 3 times as much as he needs to age up. Another temple being built for Atlantis, while his first one's being harassed, but only by Tox, so it'll be a little while before that falls. Revan's attempt at this 3rd town centre being denied for now. He sort of needs to get a hold of it, because NoAtlantis is sort of holding onto that one at the back. Let's grab this one here, so might be looking to grab this central one himself. Revan's Gold Gatherer's being picked off now, but he's hit Heroic Age. Aphrodite, he's his curse. A lot of the human soldiers of Atlantis being turned to pigs. Atlantis is still some way away off aging up at the moment. Yes, cleaned up all the Toxotes now. Revan still sitting on about 120 pop. And with a little more in the bank. He's struggling for gold though. Revan going to be able to access Mythic Age before Atlantis can. He's got that market down. He can trade through different resources he needs. So no market access this early on for NoAtlantis. He's going to have to get Heroic Age first. But that's the thing. How can he get Heroic Age if he's got too much gold and not enough food? Atlantis, 15 pop. Revan, about 130, and he's looking to grab this town center. So if he does that, he can actually overwhelm Atlantis for a little while, because Atlantis has still got to take his third town center. Ooh, and Atlantis needs these guys joining the fight. They're going to be a good front line. They can slow down the settlement, but at the same time the Tox are going to be able to shred through them. Does Atlantis have enough to take out the settlement? Oh, has Revan got enough to hold on here? So the mouse just went haywire then. He's still got a couple of villages on the town center, and he's managed to clean up all of NoAtlantis' forces, and GG, NoAtlantis taps out. He can't keep the pressure up from there.